Hi. I've never had to call the police, but a friend of mine has had to call them a few times about a noisy neighbour. I was once stopped by the police on my way home from a party because of a broken headlight, but that's about it. How about you? Have you ever had reason to contact the police?
Just once. When I was at university, the hi-fi went missing, and we phoned up, not 999, but phoned up the local police officer, and there was very little they could do really, and we never got it back. So that was the one occasion.
Oh yes, a long time ago. Yes. I got hit by a firework in the street. I know it's unusual. Some boys let off a rocket at the end of the street in Scotland where I used to live, and it came up and hit me on the leg. I just didn't realise what it was.
So I remember when I was a child, one occasion quite vividly where someone had tried to break in. They hadn't managed to break in, but my dad had woken up and he was shouting and screaming, and I woke up wondering what the commotion was. And we called the police, and the police kind of searched around the house, and it was quite exciting in a way, quite scary at first, but quite exciting to see all the policemen around, because when I was a kid, I think I kind of wanted to be a policeman.
No, not really. I mean, I probably, maybe with neighbors having loud parties.
Have you ever broken the law?
I've definitely broken the law, I'm sure. Minor infringements, I'm sure they're not very serious.
I suppose I speed occasionally. Try not to, but I suppose I do.
Downloading music from the internet and photocopying books. Say you're at university. I'm sure, photocopying books in the library. I don't know what agreement the universities have, but I must imagine that copyright is doubtful.
I've definitely jaywalked and done little things like that. I've never done anything serious.
Never. No, I haven't.
I was arrested last year for protesting outside an arms fair. I was arrested for criminal damage for chalking on the wall of the Expo building that I was going to chalk "This way to Death Expo," but I only got as far as this. So it cost me 20 quid a chalked letter, really.
What legal or social issues concern you the most?
Well, I'm very concerned really about the erosion of rights for people who are in need of more help. Sort of people with, I suppose, special needs I'm talking about.
I got very good education at university, and it was, I had a lot of grants and a lot of help from the government and from universities themselves. But I think people now may be put off by the rise in tuition fees, and it's something that a lot of young people in England are very worried about.
There's a big homeless issue in Toronto, so that's a social issue that concerns me. Legal issues, not really. We, I think, have a pretty good justice system.
I suppose what concerns me most is this question of getting a balance between what you need to do to have a society and a community that cares for its weaker members, make sure people get food and education, and at the same time provides individual freedom.
I think probably over the last year or two, the legal issues that have concerned me most have probably been to do with refugees and asylum seekers.
Probably the same as in most countries, but it's young people getting work and the right sort of work. Social harmony. Young girls, I think, don't stand up for themselves as much as they might, don't get out in the world as much as they might.
If you could introduce a law in your country or community, what would it be?
I would introduce a law that makes working for charity or for the rest of society a favourable thing to do.
I would make it so that all of the museums are free and more accessible, because here the fact that they're available to everyone for free is incredible, and we just don't have that in Canada. So it's $20 to get into a museum, and I would change that.
The overthrow of the state, the dismantling of capitalism, dismantling of border control, the free movement of people. Those sorts of things, really. Complete overhaul and dismantling of capitalist state system.